All right. Yeah, I'm excited about this patch. Let's check it out. Okay. What? What? Come on. Where's my money? You gotta be kidding me. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Handforged, and this is an updated naval action tutorial and an overview of the latest patch, the Port UI patch, and the economic patch. So before we get started, it's my usual disclaimer. I'm not an expert at this game. I don't know all the intricacies, so I'm not going to cover all of them. And even if I did know them, there's a lot that is just fun to discover on your own. So if you're new to this game, there's going to be a learning curve, and that's okay. There's going to be a grind, and that's good. That's what makes this game fun. So let's get right down to it. A lot of people have been very annoyed at this patch. A lot of people have been very excited about this patch. I, for one, was quite annoyed at first because the changes seem so drastic, but the more I've played, I really like it, and I'm going to tell you why. So, first off, first thing you need to know before we get into the UI, the money has changed. Instead of gold and combat marks and PvP marks, we're left with two forms of currency. This right here, which is your standard purchase currency that you use in stores, you use for equipment, you use for some upgrades, you use for ships, is called reals. It has been converted from gold on a 25 to 1. So if you had 25 gold, that converts to 1 real. So it's going to seem like you have a lot less money, but you don't, because the prices in shop have also been changed as well. So second thing is the doubloons, which I can see right up here. This is my money chest. I can hold doubloons and I can hold victory marks. Now doubloons you get from sinking ships, sometimes, from missions, sometimes, and from PvP, sometimes. Doubloons are elusive. A lot of people will say, oh, they're easy, just go sink traders, cap traders, you'll find them in the holds. I have sunk 40 traders since this patch came out, and I have only found a total of 600 doubloons, and that was in one trader, a small brig. So it's really just the luck of the draw. You got to get out there, you got to farm fleets, you got to farm mainly traders if you want to find the doubloons. Now, another way you can get them is through missions. That can get a little complicated, so I'll explain that a little later. You can also get them through PvP as a reward. There's not a specific rate that you get it per size ship, but the bigger the ship, the more crew it had that you sunk, generally the more doubloons you'll get. You get less doubloons for an assist, so on and so forth. So again, you can find the doubloons right up here. Now, when you first come in, there's going to be this right here. It's redeemables. You're going to want to go here. This is a DLC if you've purchased any DLCs. Give some rewards, and then compensations. You're most likely going to have some doubloons to redeem and possibly some reals. Go ahead and redeem those. Word to the wise, if you redeem your reals, or I'm sorry, your doubloons, it will put them in your warehouse. You want to drag them up into this money chest. Now let's start by looking at the new user interface. Now when you have a ship and you are in that ship and at your dock, this is what you'll see. You'll see the ship. This right here is a Diana. And this here is the quick menu for that ship. You have the equipment where you can equip cannons, you can equip upgrades, you can equip skills. I've not unlocked any skills on this one, or the knowledge slots. Now instead of dragging and dropping upgrades, now you just click it and you select the upgrade you want. This tells you everything about the ship. You also have repair, and then you have crew management. You can manage your crew, you can hire more crew, and then you can look at your hold. Shows you the weight, the slots, and you can sort it, or you can search for certain types of items. Down here, this is the Tavern. This is basically a toggle. It toggles on and off the chat. Next is the Navy tab. This is where you see all of your ships. Okay, these are all the ships I currently have, and it tells you where they are located at. Now you can sort that by clicking on your ports over here, and it will show you which ones are actually in those ports. But when you're in the All tab, it will show you what is in your current port first. You can see these kind of are grayed out, and these are a little more vibrant. Now to get into a ship, you double click it. And you see now this is an LGV right here. If I go back to the Diana, you can see that the ship here has changed. And these windows can be moved all around. Now to send a ship to fleet, you right click on it, send to fleet, and it's in your fleet. And it will say the status of that ship is in your fleet. Now you can hover over the status and it will show you the stats of the ship, or you can hover over the class number and it will also show it to you. When you have a ship selected, you can open the equip screen again. You can repair, you can open the hold, you can send it to auction, you can sell it, you can break it up. Same options, just in a different place. From this window, you can also manage a crew, manage it on the whole fleet, hire crew, etc. You can manage outposts, you can transport to various outposts, you can expand your docks, so on and so forth. Next one down here is your warehouse. The only gripe I have about this is that it does not have any names, unless you mouse over it, which I find cumbersome. This, you can tell it's some kind of wood. Well, you got to hover over it to see, okay, it's oak. White oak also displays as this. You can expand your warehouse. You can see the slots. You can sort. And you can filter. Next one over is the shop. You can view cannons. You can view by type of cannon, carronade, mortar, etc. You can view upgrades, consumables, permits, resources, coins, and I believe it's marks, victory marks, books, and such. And then you can sort the books as normal. You can look at the contracts you currently have placed. You can place contracts, buy contract, sell contract, select what it is, put in the exact good, put your price, put the amount, place contract. The port tax is 10% here in Belize. At other ports, it's like 9.9, and I believe there's some other ports that are a little less. Depends on the location of the port. The next tab down here is the ship store. You can sort by rate. You can see everything for sale here. You can also click this buy here and swap from high to low, low to high, so on and so forth. Then you can also alphabetize by seller name or by ship name or by class. You can also search for certain ships. The next one here is the Admiralty. Now the Admiralty is used for crafting and redeeming certain things. You can find permits, modules, books, exchange. So basically you exchange doubloons for labor contracts, doubloons for victory marks, blueprints, PvP rewards. Now as you notice, most of the stuff in the shop, come back here, shop, costs reals. Most of the stuff, pretty much all of the stuff in the Admiralty cost doubloons. So both reals and doubloons are important. Next up we have our buildings and crafting. This shows all the buildings you have, where they are located. To build another one, you simply click build and it will give you the options in the port that you're located in. Fur forest, forge, shipyard. One change that is to be noted is if you have a coal mine, an iron mine, and an oak forest, you cannot produce hull repairs. You also have to have a workshop. From here, you can see all of your blueprints. You can search. Let's go to consumables here for a minute. You can click on hull repairs, and it tells you what you need. You need oak logs, iron ore, and coal. The crafting system has been simplified a little bit. It still costs about the same. It's still just as difficult to find the stuff, but you don't have to sit there crafting all these small little things. You just need the main ingredients, so to speak. Now, if you don't know exactly how much you can make, hit max, and it will update it for you. Right now, I can't because I have no coal. You can manage your outposts from this as well. You can cancel an outpost, which I don't want to do. You can teleport to an outpost. Now, that brings up another thing. Doubloons are not only used in the Admiralty store. They are also used to teleport. So if I go to my ports, which I could do, as I just showed, from this right here, manage outpost, I could do that. Or I could go to the quick thing here, or hotkey Z, teleport. Now look at this. Are you sure you want to teleport to Kingston Port Royal? Transportation fee, 9 doubloons. So you're basically paying a fee to be transported there. So that can rack up. If you transport 100 times, that's 900 doubloons. So it is important to be farming doubloons and be earning doubloons. We'll get into how to do that in just a moment. Next up, events and missions. Missions here. There are 3 different kinds of missions. There's kill missions, search and destroy missions, and then what are called hunt missions. Once you take a mission, it is then placed into your journal. So let's go through what these different things are. Kill missions are very similar to combat missions on the old platform. It will give you cross swords location, kill mission. Join the battle indicated on your map with swords near Placentia. Destroy all designated targets to complete the mission. The max allowed class rate for this is 4th rate or lower, and the target is 1/3 rate. Now there will be more than just 1/3 rate. If you bring friends, it will put as many ships as you have friends. So if I came in with 6 friends, all in 4th rates, because that's the max class allowed, we would be up against 6 third rates. And the reward is 48 doubloons. So these are challenging. Now look, you see 4th rate here, 4th rate, and I have to kill 3 4th rates. This is a 4th rate v 4th rate. There are other ones, like this one that I showed you here, that is 4th rate v 3rd rate. This is 114 doubloons to kill 4 or 3 4th rate rates. Generally, if you are a smaller ship killing a bigger ship, you'll get more doubloons in the mission. Those are kill missions. Hunt missions. Find and destroy designated targets in the open world. Target 13 third rates. And then it has a little ticker here, how many you've destroyed. This does not give you a marker. You have to go out, hunt, and find AI fleets, find the third rates, engage and destroy them. Now when it says target 13 third rates, it does not mean simply engage them. You have to engage them and you have to sink them. Assists do not count. Your rewards are 650. Search and destroy is very similar to that, except it's more specific. 11 victory. Here, this is a hunt mission, search and destroy, target 11 Agamemnons. I can abandon these, whatnot. I usually keep a couple open. If I'm out farming things and I'm attacking a lot of Aggies or 4th rates, I'll keep some of these and I'll just slowly work up. This will probably take a week to do. And the reward is 990 doubloons. Personally, I think they need to up these rewards because when you're using 9 doubloons to travel and you need hundreds and thousands of doubloons to get upgrades, such as these here, I really think that these need to be a little higher. Some of these, let's see if I can find one. Nope, let's go back to here. Some of these will also drop a chest, and these are usually harder ones. Search and destroy mission, target 12 third rates. That's pretty tough. You'll get some things in here similar to what you do to sealed bottles, shipwrecks. Next down here is the docks, which we went over. You can transport, you can close docks. Then comes your clan warehouse. Deposit money, withdraw money if you are an officer or above, so on and so forth. You can look at the logs, resource log, money log, such as it was in the old system, but it's cleaned up a lot. Up here is a chest for upgrades. If you grab an upgrade in the open world, slap it on in there. And one thing just happened there. When I mouse this over this window, it will open that window. If I go up here over that window, it'll open that window. If I go over here over that one, it'll pop that one open. So if I'm going to be dragging things over, let's say into my hold, I like to just put this right there, so I'm not having to try to find it in the mix of all these. As far as the UI, that about does it. Again, redeemables up here, you're going to want to look at this when you first start. This here is flags. There's the DLC for this and whatnot. This up here is perks. Now, let's get to how you actually get your doubloons. There's 3 ways. You can get them from sinking AI ships, namely traders. You can get them from missions, as we just discussed. You can also get them from PvP. In my opinion, farming traders is the easiest way. Some days the luck is in your favor and you get a lot. Some days you get none. PvP, though, is just more risk involved in that one because you're not in control of who you're facing, so to speak. On that note, let's go to the open world map and I want to show you something. On the old system, you had fleets of all nations all over the place. On this new system, in British waters, there will be British fleets. In Russian waters, there will be Russian fleets, so on and so forth. So when I exit Belize, most of the time, I will not see very many enemy fleets of any kind. You do on occasion see them, and when you do, it's a good idea to jump on them if you're able. To farm fleets, you have to find an area, like here. I'd sail out of Salamanca a lot of times, and come right up here, and I farm in this area, because we've got a shallow water port here, so I have some shallow draft ships coming in and out here if I just want to get some trader brigs, things like that. And I also have some deep water ports that I can get some larger third rates, first rates, second rates. There are some ships in the open world AI that you haven't seen before, such as Wassas and Indefatigables, that type of thing. So you kind of have to be strategic I had to cancel and reopen a lot of outposts. I had to be very strategic about where I operated. I couldn't just pop out of any port and go hunting. So that sums it up for the user interface. Hopefully that's helpful. If you have any suggestions, questions, tricks, tips, things that you've learned, go ahead and post them in the comments. I'd love to highlight them in the next video. The battle mechanics have remained pretty much the same. The trading mechanics have remained pretty much the same. There are a few differences with that. We will go through that in a later video. So all in all, I like this patch. I think it is a step in the right direction. It makes you a little more strategic with where you are located, how often you teleport places, how often you engage enemy shipping, how often you engage enemy players. Now, beginner ports such as KPR, they usually have missions that are a little lower and a little easier. So if you're new, do not get discouraged. Reach out, join a clan. There are many people who will be happy to help you, happy to assist you in missions to go and attack AIs with you and help you learn the ropes, literally. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it.